Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to go through Dead in the Water by Noel Gallagher and possibly with High Flying Birds. I think so, I don't know, I can't remember. Anyway, that doesn't matter, let's skip forward. It's a really cool song. The live version, I think it was on Irish TV, I'll link down below, is the one that I used to transcribe this song. Classic Noel Gallagher, really cool. Basically you can play the song with just two chord sequences and then you kind of put them into the structure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the first chord sequence, teach that, play the second chord sequence, teach that, then I'm going to go through the structure of the song. I will then give you, after that, a third slightly different rhythm, not even massively different, just something you can do in the intro to make it a little bit more interesting. So that's basically what we're going to do as our song. Just a little note, capo 3rd fret. Obviously you can move that around. You'll find Noel Gallagher's mostly capo 3rd fret. Even when he plays the old classics like Supersonic or Wonderwall, it's capo 3rd rather than 2 nowadays. Yeah, I think that's all I needed to say. So the next thing you'll hear will be me playing through sequence 1. Okay guys, that was me playing through sequence A or sequence 1, whatever you want to call it. It's a really simple one with just 3 chords. As I think I mentioned in my intro, you know, there's different variations that he's doing throughout it. We're keeping it vanilla, we're keeping it simple so that the more beginners can play it. So we start with a C add 9. So I'm just playing a normal C add 9. There's variations you can play whether you take fingers off, blah but we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to play 3rd fret on the A with your middle finger, 2nd fret on the D with your 1st finger, and 3rd fret on the B with your ring finger. Okay, and you dead in the 2 E strings. Second chord E minor 7. This is exactly how he plays it in the song. Ring finger stays as is on the 3rd fret on the B string. 1st finger on the A string 2nd, and that D string is going to be 2nd finger 2nd fret. No pinky on as he often plays, just so you know. The 3rd chord I'm doing there is a D5 because that seems to be what he's playing more of the time, which is like a D chord but you just dead in the high E string. At times in the song, I don't know why it's such a big pause, at times in the song he plays as a sus2 with the E string open. You could also play as just a normal D. If you're a beginner and you don't want to mess around with different chords, just play as a normal D and it will sound great and it will work really well. But I'm playing as a D5 just to be flashy. So let's go through the rhythms. There's a lot of down strums here, so yeah, if you need to, get a pen and paper to write it down. We start with these 2 small down strums where really I'm concentrating on just the A, the D and the G. Then I'm doing a big strum, so it's 2 small and a big strum. Then I'm doing 3 small, big strum. Then 3 small, big strum. And then 3 small, big strum. Okay, so it's... After that, I'm going to throw in a little down up, which is going to be really just to get a nice smooth chord move. If you're a beginner, just ignore this down up here and just do the final down strum there and then move chord as best you can to the next chord. But if you're obviously more advanced, these down ups will be pretty second nature to you. Let me do it with the down up and we'll go to the E minor 7. Okay, so with the E minor 7, it's a very similar idea. I'm going to do 2 small strums, big strum. 2 small strums, big strum. Okay, now in the 3rd more complicated version, which I'm kind of calling my intro sequence, this is where it differs a bit, where we make a slightly more interesting / difficult rhythm. This is the vanilla version, this is the simple version. That's all we're doing on the E minor 7. 2 small downs, big down, 2 small downs, big down. Okay, move on to chord number 3, D or D5 or D sus2, whatever you feel is going to be best for you. I'm doing D5 here, nice neutral sound. Big strum to start with, then 2 smalls, and then 3 smalls and a big, and then that little down up to get back to there, okay? So let me just play that E minor 7 to D a little bit on its own without the C. And that is basically sequence 1 or A. Let's do the next one. Okay, so that's sequence 2, or B. I'm going to keep doing that joke. Anyway, so what we've got here is very, very similar. We're just throwing in an extra G. Now again, I'm not putting my pinky down on that high string, I'm just deadening it throughout the whole piece, okay? So the first rhythm on this C, 2 down strums, then a big one, then 3 and a big one. Then I'm going to do a quick down up to get to my G. And the G is actually the same rhythm as I've just done. 2 small, 3 big. Sorry, two small and a big, then 3 small and a big, that's it, and then a quick down up. So we've got this. Okay, then we're going to go to that E minor 7 and the D, and that's exactly the same as the previous bit, so I'm going to do it super quickly. 2 small downs and a big, 2 small downs and a big, move to the D5, 1 big strum, then 2 small, and then 3 small and a big and a down up, and something like this. Okay, and so that's basically sequence 2. Okay guys, so what you've just seen is my writing of the sequence of the song with the timings from the video that I've linked down below. But let me just talk you through it very, very quickly. We start with the intro, C add 9, E minor 7, D, and then we have the D sus2 specifically. That's the bit I'm just about to teach you in a second, okay? But you can do it with sequence 1 and it still works and sounds good. But as I say, this kind of third sequence makes it a bit more interesting. Then what we've got is the verse, which is just the same, is basically sequence 1 twice. Then we've got the pre-chorus. That is going to be sequence 2, then sequence 1. Okay, then at 103 in the song, we've got the first chorus. We're going to do sequence 2 twice, sequence 1 twice, with a stop on the D on the second time. Then we've got verse 2, 143 in the song. We're going to do sequence 2 3 times and then sequence 1 once. Then I'm going to have to move this because that's anyway. Then we've got chorus 2, 223 in the song. It's exactly the same as chorus 1. Okay, so that is twice through sequence 2 and twice through sequence 1. But we don't stop on the D chord on the second time through. We keep playing through it, and we head to what I've called the instrumental. It's about 305 on the video, and that is going to be sequence 2 4 times, okay? And you linger on the final D. Just keep strumming it, you know, just. Obviously, if you're playing on your own, you don't need to do that, but that's what they're doing in the track. We then skip to chorus 3, which is sequence 2 played 6 times. And then again, we linger on the final D of the 6th time through, and then we just resolve. Little open strum there because it sounds cool, and then to the C add 9. And that's the basic structure of the song. So this is a quick variation. You can play this through basically twice through as the intro, or just the first time if you prefer, or don't play it at all if you prefer. But I thought I'd throw you in one of the variations. The C add 9 is just the same as sequence 1, so we'll skip through that. We're going to go E minor 7, basically the same, 2 small, 1 big, 2 small, 1 big. Then we've got like an open hit. I keep my ring finger down to move to the D chord nice and quickly and easily. 3 kind of small Ds, D or D5, doesn't matter. And then we're going to do a D sus2 with a 1 big strum and then 3 small. That's it. And that's our little intro variation. There you go, guys. Hopefully you found that video useful. Hopefully it's not too long. I haven't edited it yet, so we shall see. Well, that's hard to say. Anyway, also Norwich are champions. So yeah, I'm sorry the lighting's as it is. It's not perfect. I was going to use a lot of natural light, but it's just kind of overcast. So much so I had to go and get the washing in. Anyway, tell you them later. So I will say thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment on the video. All of those things are super, super useful, okay? It really helps. Please check out my social medias. I'll link them down below as well. Noel. Yeah, hopefully you found this useful. There's a few more Noel Gallagher's High Flying Bird songs on my channel. If this is the first one you've watched, check out. I'll make sure I put a little card up at the top to try and link to that. I'll probably forget, but we'll try. Yeah, I'll just skip here before I waffle on too much. Thanks for watching, guys. I do really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys again. I'll see you guys again soon for some more cool guitar stuff. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.